So you guys made it to your second video. In the last video, you learned about the problems that the U.S. faced with the heavy focus on the foreign and domestic debt dating back to the Revolutionary War. Alexander Hamilton's plan was for the federal government to acquire all the debt and to start paying back outstanding bonds. The plan was controversial because the South didn't want to be responsible for the Northern debt, and a compromise about the U.S. Capitol was reached. So in this lecture, you are going to know about the formation of the National Bank, Alexander Hamilton's tariff proposal, the Whiskey Rebellion, and Jay's Treaty. In order to help the United States with their economy, Alexander Hamilton asked Congress to pass a bill setting up a national bank in 1791. The Bank of the United States would be able to print money, use paper money to pay off its debts to foreign nations and American citizens, and provide loans to farmers and businesses to spark growth in the American economy. In addition, Alexander Hamilton asked Congress to pass a tariff on all imported goods. A tariff is a tax on imported goods. By taxing imported goods, it helped to raise money for the government, and it also made foreign goods more expensive to buy, which caused more people to buy U.S. goods, which in turn helped Americans to keep their jobs. In 1791, Congress also placed a tax on all liquor made and sold in the United States. In western Pennsylvania and in other frontier areas, many people refused to pay their tax on whiskey. So why was whiskey so important? Whiskey was extremely important to the frontier economy. It was more than just a drink. It was one of the only products that farmers could make out of corn that could be transported to markets without spoiling. So why would farmers be mad about a tax on liquor? Like I said before, the corn they grew was used to make whiskey. If the whiskey is taxed, it means that the price will be higher and less people will buy it because it's more expensive. Since less people are buying the whiskey, less whiskey will be made, so less corn will be purchased from the farmers. Therefore, farmers would lose a lot of money from this liquor tax. In 1794, opposition to the liquor tax was so strong that a rebellion against the authority of the federal government occurred. The Whiskey Rebellion closed courts and attacked tax collectors. But President Washington and Secretary Hamilton were determined to end the rebellion. They saw the rebellion as an opportunity to demonstrate the power of the United States government. And in the summer of 1794, President George Washington gathered an army of over 12,000 men. The rebellion soon dissolved. Washington's tough response demonstrated to the American citizens and to the world that a young American government was committed to enforcing its laws. Also happening in 1794 is a debate over whether the U.S. should be neutral in a war between Great Britain and France. Washington, Hamilton, and other Federalists believed that the long-term interests of the U.S. would be served better by siding with Britain rather than with France. So Washington sent Chief Justice John Jay to London to negotiate an agreement with the British. In this agreement, called Jay's Treaty, Britain agreed to leave the forts it occupied in the Northwest Territory. It also aimed at expanding trade between the two nations. However, John Jay was unable to convince the British to end their practice of stopping American ships on the high seas and searching them for British subjects. Jay's Treaty created a storm of controversy. Critics complained that the treaty contained no protection for American shipping, and they saw it as a sign of betrayal, a sellout to the hated British. Despite the anger, Congress still passed the treaty, and it was ratified in 1795. The Federalists had established their economic program, suppressed the Whiskey Rebellion, and ensured peace with Great Britain. By now, you should be able to answer the following 6 questions. How did Alexander Hamilton's plan strengthen the economy? What are the benefits of tariffs? Why did the Whiskey Rebellion occur? How did the government react to the Whiskey Rebellion? What did President Washington's reaction to the Whiskey Rebellion prove? And what is Jay's Treaty and why is it controversial? So now that you've watched the video, please make sure that you head over to your history blog so you can answer the question and write any questions that you may have.